Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time. Time to unleash greatness. Many moons ago, and some of you may not be aware of this, but I started the Great Amiibo Embargo of 2015. I take full credit for it. You can go back and watch previous videos. We've got quite a few Amiibo. We got them day one, before we knew Nintendo was going to resort to their typical usual ways of underproducing, under-delivering on quantities. And we picked up Wii Fit Trainer, didn't think she'd be that popular. Picked up Villager because we were big time into New Leaf at the time. And we've done all right for ourselves in terms of Amiibo. And then it got to a point. I got sick of them snubbing Waluigi. It's 2016. A lot's changed in the world. And we still don't have a standalone Waluigi game, which I find to be disgusting. People think I'm joking when I say this, and I'm not. He would open up so many possibilities for them. Back, maybe, about 10 years ago, there was like Super Mario Flash. You could play online a lot. I assume it's still there. I don't know. You can probably find videos of it if it's not. But people were making like Super Mario 64 mods were still huge, and animations, things along those lines. But the Flash games were big. There were a couple of standalone Waluigi games, like fan-generated. Nintendo's probably taking them down or something by now, but they were pretty good. There were some where he had like psychic powers and he could shoot like lightning bolts out of his eyes or something. Again, if this is all news to you, try to Google search and see what you can come up with. I promise it was there. I can vouch for it. My nephew can vouch for it. Good times. We were very into Waluigi. We always wanted to unlock him in Super Mario 64 and 64 DS. But again, it dates back that far. Nintendo has been neglecting this wonderful creation. Really, the only time he seems to get love is in the tennis games. And you see what I did there? It's unfortunate. Why he is not a standalone character in Super Smash Bros. Brawl is beyond me. It really is. I mean, they put Bayonetta in the game. That's really one of the stopping points for me. If you didn't know, right now Nintendo sells best, in the UK, Europe area. It's a situation a couple of years ago back, it was North America. And so when you have a pre-order bonus, and you look around and it was like, well, the North American pre-order bonus is so much better. What's the freaking deal? Well, they were making more money here. And so they sort of like reward people without you kind of knowing it. When it was a deal, you could pre-order New Leaf. You got like a poster here from GameStop. And then if you were in Europe, you got like these amazing like porcelain figurines or something along those lines. Even, with recent games, you still see it because they're performing better there. And where was I going with this? Oh, the polls. They ran polls. They let people pick who they wanted to put in Super Smash Bros. I don't, for a freaking minute, believe that anybody in their right mind voted Bayonetta in greater quantities than anything else out there. It was either an inside job or they went with what the EU wanted, because I can count on one hand the number of people I know of that played Bayonetta or Bayonetta 2, and it's one person. It was not a popular game. Professor Layton would have been amazing. He would have been a fantastic selection. A no-brainer. Straight up 100% Nintendo IP, Waluigi. Crank out the Amiibo. You got to do it for the party games you're planning to release anyway. But they didn't do it. They put Bayonetta in the game. Bay-a-frickin-netta got into Smash Bros. Before Waluigi. It has never ceased to blow my mind. And that's when I started the Amiibo embargo. And we held out until they announced that Waluigi was going to come into play. I quit buying Amiibo. I quit buying the cards. I stopped everything. The Club Nintendo that they took away from us. If you were a part of Club Nintendo, you will likely know that the current rewards program sucks as well. It's nothing compared to what Club Nintendo was. And I ended the Great Amiibo embargo when they announced this. And I still get bitter about it because it just blows my mind that you've got a game like Super Smash Bros. That paved a lot of new ground, did a lot of cool things. And we've got Bayonetta, and we don't have Waluigi. When I was streaming Smash Bros. A lot, the past summer and a year ago, People always be like, oh, you got to get that DLC. No, I'll never get that DLC. I won't buy DLC for Smash Bros. Until they put Waluigi in the game, and that's apparently not going to happen with this installment, so I'll never get it. I will never play as Cloud. I will never play as Bayonetta. Stupidity. I don't for a minute believe that Bayonetta was voted in. And it wasn't just Waluigi that had a huge contingency and following and made so much practical sense. Professor Layton performed well, and then there were a ton of better options in Bayonetta. I will never buy that game. I will never support that game. It ticks me off to no end that they continue to neglect Waluigi. I would have bought Waluigi Amiibo if it had no functionality anywhere. Fans created this a while back, and they probably did a better job, truth be told. I love Nintendo. I grew up with Nintendo. But a lot of the things that they've done within the past like 4 or 5 years have been absolutely ridiculous. And I say that because as a fan that genuinely cares, I believe it. I'm not saying this is Sony fanboy number 1 or Xbox fanboy number 2. I say this as a guy that grew up with the NES, that thinks Super Mario World is the greatest game of all time. And some of the decisions that they have made and continue to make are absolutely ridiculous. They continue to alienate people. It's not so much the Nintendo Content Creator Program, although they screwed that one up pretty bad as well. And it's not the fact that they claim content that they don't own, like this unboxing. I've got so many unboxing videos of their games that they seem to think they own the rights to for monetization purposes. But it's something as simple as this. Waluigi, he's been around. People know him. People love him. People play Mario Kart Wii, and they load the online race with Waluigi because he's that great. People do the same thing in Mario Kart 8. He's got the following. He's got the fan base. He's got the neglect. He's got the underdog story on his side. Put him in some freaking games, you know? Don't let him be, oh, well, you know, it's a Mario Party game. We better throw him in there. Why don't you do that with a good game? Why don't you put him in Brawl? You know, why didn't you put him in Super Smash Bros? It makes no sense to me. Don't give Luigi a purple color that looks just like Waluigi minus the flipped mustache and taller, thinner profile. Put him in the game as a standalone character, you nuts. It's not that difficult. But nonetheless, let's stop and admire the greatness that is Waluigi. Took the price tag off so you could appreciate things better. $12.99 is the price at GameStop. I'd pay $25 for Waluigi, even if it's non-functional, because he's that cool. And you don't believe me, there are a huge number of people that support everything I just said, that understand the greatness of Waluigi. And if you're not in that group, I'd suggest you drink the purple Kool-Aid. But right here, NFC portion of the gamepad, new 3DS, you can throw down there. If you're old school like me, you got to buy that $19.99 NFC reader writer. Be on the lookout, though. You can usually catch it under $10 now, since Nintendo's restocked it. And sometimes in a bundle, that's how I picked it up, Happy Home Designer. But right here, Waluigi will appear with an item to help take on powerful foes. So that's what they've done. And if you note, I want to point out how much bastardization Nintendo uses against Waluigi. Did you catch this? There's the inset box art. Waluigi will appear with an item. You see that, right? Wario, we just unboxed him. Wario will appear with an in-game item. In-game item. Good day, Waluigi. Right here, Rosalina. What does she appear with? An in-game item. Why does Waluigi not get to appear with an in-game item? In-game 100% would have fit on that line of text. Does he not get to have an in-game item? Little things like this are so telling. I don't know. If you hate the man so much, why did you create him? It's not like some fan came up with the idea, oh, Wario should have a brother named Waluigi, you know, and he should play tennis or something. No, that was Nintendo. I don't understand why they don't take better care of this wonder. This is a true untapped source of revenue for Nintendo. And as much as they love their money, I just don't understand why they don't capitalize on Waluigi. The Nintendo Switch, what are my thoughts on it? I've had a lot of people ask, will I pick one up? I probably will. I'm going to wait until there's a bundle or a Waluigi game. If you want me to buy it at launch, Nintendo, it needs to come pre-packed with a Waluigi game. That's right. You heard it. I'm not concerned about, or Super Mario Galaxy 3. Heaven forbid you would do that. But, if the Nintendo Switch comes with a Waluigi game, I'll get it day one. If not, I'm going to wait. I'm going to save money. I'm going to get it with a bundle with a game and a controller or something. Because I've learned you get burned on launch day. Big time. Thank you, Wii U and Xbox One. And I only say that because then later on they come out with amazing deals and you get nothing. You know, there's no like, oh hey, we kind of screwed those guys on launch day that went out and supported us day one. Let's give them some perks. Nope, doesn't happen. Nintendo did do that with the 3DS. They felt bad about the price, adjusted it, and gave those people ambassadorships and games. You know, didn't do that with the Wii U. So, nonetheless, look at this. This is the best looking amiibo I have ever seen. It's truly amazing. Let's go ahead. We got the 45 degree here on the blister pack. We want to pull that down. Why Nintendo locks this man down? I guess the awesomeness is just too much to release. The real reason Nintendo continues to place these cardboard pieces with the foil that keep the NFC signal from being read through the packaging, they probably anticipated Waluigi coming. And apparently NFC reader writers can't handle the awesomeness that perpetuates from within the hollowed confines of this plastic formed amiibo. That's just a theory, but it's probably correct. Nonetheless, this is a classic Waluigi pose. You can hear his voice in your head, I'm sure. They did a very nice job with him and Waluigi, or Wario, I should say. But the colors are pretty accurate. It's got the very, very dark blue with borderline black. You got the purple and white contrasting with the yellow. Got the blue around the eyes, the long, thin, bent pink nose, long, pointy ears, yellow buttons on the overalls, and of course, sort of the orangey brown boots. Does not get much better than that. If you wanted a crash course in how to design an amiibo, how to make something look amazing, this is it. Mona Lisa, Smona Lisa. This is the Waluigi amiibo. Nintendo did a nice job with it. It took them far too long to release and produce the Waluigi amiibo, and they failed in creating a standalone Waluigi game, but at least they're making small strides towards righting all these wrongs. And I gotta say, from a display standpoint, if you've got Mario and you've got Luigi, you've got Wario, you've got to finish it out, you've got to balance it properly, got to have the four of them together. That's just how it's going to work. And that said, and I stand firm, I will not purchase the Super Smash Bros. DLC because of Bayonetta. That was a shenanigan thing, and I want nothing to do with it ever. I don't care if she's OP, I don't care if she can win by doing absolutely nothing. That's actually Luigi's gig. But I refuse to pick it up. It's just not going to happen. I want nothing to do with that foul witch. Waluigi, though, he's amazing. He's the master. He's a truly great character. And they need to capitalize on that. So that was the unboxing. We did the Great Amiibo embargo, and I think we made Nintendo buckle their knees. We had backbone, unlike people in Nintendo North America, apparently. And whether it was us or others or pressures from the group as a whole, we'll take credit for that because in our hand we have the Waluigi amiibo, something many people said would never happen. So if you support me in the notion that Waluigi needs a standalone game on the Nintendo Switch, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, let Nintendo know your thoughts. You go tweet at Nintendo, hey, I agree with that one Wiisdom guy. Waluigi is underappreciated. You need to develop a game for him. Because it really would be fantastic. I mean, there's so many options. It could open up gateways that we've never seen. It would truly be an enjoyable experience, I think. So that said, I'll quit rambling. I've got some Skylanders to play, some blocks to punch in Minecraft, all kinds of things for my Saturday night. I hope you're having a great time. I hope you were able to pick up the 30th anniversary Legend of Zelda amiibos. Those are pretty sweet. 8-bit Link in the Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker stuff if you're into that. And more importantly, if you did not know, if you somehow missed the memo, Waluigi available November 4th. Get him while you can. You will not regret it. He looks fantastic. OneOfWiisdom.com, SkylanderClub.com. We do have an amiibo section. Make sure to check that out. You can follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Beam. Like me on Facebook. Circle me on Google+. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Subscribe here on YouTube for myself and the wonderful Waluigi. We will catch you back here for more action from the pool table.